today we are going to discuss chapter C, mathematical library functions. Okay, so basically what we are going to learn about mathematical library functions is we have got various functions, mathematical functions which are available in Java. Okay, they are defined in the java.lang package, and these are the various methods. We'll be learning each of the methods one by one. The very first, we'll start with the most simple one, the max and min method. Max, as the name suggests, it gives you the maximum of two numbers. Okay, whatever we'll pass. So let's say if I say max bracket a comma b, that is if I pass two values, it will give you the maximum. Same way, min will give you the minimum of the two values. Let us take a program for this. This is a program where we want to find the maximum and the minimum of two numbers. So let's say the very first thing, I hope everyone is aware of what is the class and what is min method. Okay, we have declared two variables, n1 and n2. n1 has got the value 100, n2 has got the value 30. We have declared two more variables, max for maximum and min for minimum. Okay, how are we going to use it? So we will use mat.max, where we'll provide the two variables, n1 and n2. Okay. Same way for minimum, we'll write mat.min and we'll pass n1 and n2 with the help of comma. So now, right now, we'll get the output over here. Simply we'll display maximum as the name suggests. So it's quite simple. You simply have to use mat.max for finding the maximum number and mat.min to find the minimum of the two numbers. So let us run this and see the output. We should get the output as, for the first one, maximum we should get is 100. The second one we should get is 30. Okay. So the very first two methods are very simple. Simply we have to use mat.max for maximum of two numbers and mat.min for finding the minimum of two numbers. Let's go ahead with the next method. The next method we are going to discuss, these are the three methods. First one is the pow method. Pow stands for power, okay, where we want to find out, let's say we will pass two parameters over here, x and y. So x raised to y. So let's say if I pass here 2 comma 3, it will be 2 raised to 3. So what is the answer? 2 raised to 3 is 8. Okay. The next function is sqrt. Sqrt stands for square root of a number. So whatever we pass, it will give you the square root of a number. Like if I pass 16, I will get the square root of 16 is 4. Same way, CBRT is nothing but the cube root of particular number. So if I say CBRT of 27, so cube root of 27 is 3, because 3 3s are 9, 9 3s are 27. Okay, so let us take one example for this. So as you can see here, we have taken three variables, result, result1 and result2. Data type we have taken double because it may give you, it's not required actually, but I have taken double and int also. So how we are going to use it? First method, as you can see, I have written mat.pow bracket 2 comma 3. Now here 2 comma 3 stands for 2 raised to 3. So answer you will get is 8 over here. Same way, the second one, mat.sqrt, it will give you the square root of a number. So 16 if we pass, we will get the answer as 4. Same way, mat.cbrt, cbrt stands for cube root of a number. If you are passing 64, so answer will be 4. So we should get answer as 8, 4 and 4. Okay, let us run this. Okay, so there are very simple methods. Simply we need to remember is math is a mathematical package class. Okay, so we have to use this, and then these are the methods. Pow stands for power of a number. We have to pass two parameters. SQRT stands for square root of a number and CBRT stands for cube root of a number. Next, we'll go ahead with the next method. We'll take the most simple one first, ABS, that is absolute of a number. Okay, let us take the absolute of a number. So let's take one program for this. So we'll take absolute first. Absolute is nothing but if you give a negative number also, it will give you a positive only. So whether you provide a positive or a negative number, it is going to give you the result which is positive. That is what you mean by absolute of a number. Then you have the next method which is round. Round means rounded out. Let's say if you are saying 10.2077. So because it is more than 0.5, so answer will be 11 over here. So we'll get two answers over here. One is 10 and another is 11. Okay. Again, I'll repeat. Here, absolute stands for absolute number. Even if you provide a non-negative, even if you provide a negative or a non-negative number, the answer will be positive only. It just removes the sign. Okay. Whereas round will rounded off to a particular number. So if I'm writing 10.77, it will be rounded off and the answer you will get is 11. Okay. Let's go ahead with the next method. Next is your seal and floor. As the name suggests, seal stands for ceiling and floor stands for floor. So seal you can remember it like rounded up and floor you can remember it as rounded down. We'll take one program for this. So let's say if I'm providing over here 3.45. Okay, you simply have to write mat.seal 3.45. Now when I say 3.45, ceiling means it will take the higher value. So here you will get the result as 4. Okay, where floor means the lower value. So here the result you will get is 3. Okay, we should get 4 and 3. This should be the answer for us. Okay, so you can keep some other number also. You will get the result like this. Ceiling stands for, again I'll take some other input so that it is more clear. Okay, and here also I am keeping the same number so that you don't have any problem. So here if I say 5.45, so here you should get what? Here you will get it as 6 and here you will get as 5. Okay. Last method which we are going to learn is the random method. Random method generates and returns a random number greater than or equal to 0.0 and less than 1.0. So you will get any number between 0.0 and 1.0. Now what is the purpose of this? The purpose is generally in gaming application we need a random number, a number which has to be generated randomly. So we generally make use of this method. Okay, this is math.random, no arguments over here. It will generate a random number. Any number will be generated between 0.0 to 1.0. Okay, so let us run this now and see the output. Okay, thank you everyone.